Hello everyone, welcome to all of you in my channel Elite English Club. And today I brought for class 12th third chapter from Vistor's book Journey to the End of the Earth. First of all, we will know about the author. The name of the author is Tishani Doshi, and she shared here the travelogue. She was born in the city formerly known as Madras in 1975. She has published 6 books of poetry and fiction. Her essays, poems, and short stories have been widely anthologized. In 2012, she represented India at a historic gathering of world poets for poetry, Parnassus at the South Bank, Central London. She is also the recipient of an Eric Gregory Award for Poetry, winner of All India Poetry Competition, and her first book, Countries of the Body, won the prestigious award for Best Collection in 2006. Girls Are Coming Out of the Woods was shortlisted for the Ted Hughes Award and a Firecracker Award. Tishani's debut novel The Pleasure Seekers was shortlisted for the Hindu Literary Prize and longlisted for the Orange Prize and the International Impact Dublin Literary Award. Small Days and Nights, her second novel, has been shortlisted for the Tata Best Fiction Award 2019. So this was the information about the author. Now we will see the summary and introduction of the chapter. Here it is a travelogue, and the lesson revolves around the world's most preserved place, Antarctica. Not many people have been there, but out of the few that have, Tishani is one of them. There were around 52 people. A South Indian person who went on an expedition with a group of teenagers affiliated with Students on Ice program, who takes young minds to different ends of the world. Thus, it gives an insight into how Antarctica is the place you should visit to have a glimpse of the past, present, and the future in its realist form. Now we will see summary. For a South Indian man traveling to Antarctica from Madras, it takes 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, 3 water bodies, and just as many ecospheres to reach there. Tishani traveled to the southern end of the earth along with an expedition group named Students on Ice that provides opportunity to the young minds to sensitize towards the realistic version of climatic change happening in the world. According to the founder of the organization, we are the young versions of future policy maker who can turn the situation around. Antarctica is one of the coldest, driest, and windiest continent in the world. As far as the eyes can see, it is completely white, and its uninterrupted blue horizon gives immense relief. It is shocking to believe that India and Antarctica were part of the same supercontinent, Gondwana, that got segregated into countries, giving rise to the globe we know today. Antarctica had a warmer climate until then. Despite human civilization around the globe, it still remains in its pure form. Being a South Indian sun-worshipping guy, it was unimaginable for the author to visit the place that constitutes world's 90% of ice, a place so quiet that it is only interrupted by snow avalanches, and you cannot assume the timing whether it is the day or night. It is a home to a lot of evidences that can give us a glimpse of the past, and at the same time, Antarctica helps us foresee the future. The place gives an awakening to threatening alarm that global warming is actually real. Who knows if Antarctica will be warm again, and even if it does, will it be alive to see it? This is the question from the narrator. So, if you do not stop your activities, it means human activities cannot be stopped, then you can see the situation when the glacier will be melted and you can see the end of the earth, journey to the end of the earth. So I hope you all clear with this chapter summary, and this is very new chapter and it is last year added to the syllabus. So I hope it will not be tough for you. Keep watching and do not forget to share, like and subscribe. So till then, take care, keep learning, keep watching. Bye bye.